Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. I'm DC. You can find me all over the internets under DC Lasair. That's DC Lasair. Go to dclasair.com to find all the things about me. Yay! There's my blog and free TTRPG resources, which are great. You should check them out. And everything I do eventually winds up there, but I'm also on YouTube and Blue Sky, so go give me a follow. That'd be great. Just go click buttons. Couple clicks. Great time. Yeah. All right. Thank you all for coming on in today. Appreciate it. Let's just make sure everything is running as expected. Since I'm multi-streaming to all the places. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yay. Everything's working. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good. So, first thing I want to mention is something Zero talked about earlier in his stream. Is that if you see in the upper, over there, right corner of your chat, something about Duolingo, that is something Twitch is doing. No, none of your streamers have anything to do with that. That is a Twitch promotion that we can't do anything about, except say it's there. So we're not supporting it. We're not doing any of that. It's just there, and we have to deal with it. Or in this case, not deal with it and freely ignore. All right. So tomorrow I will be running my D&D game, and when we come back on Monday for video games, I'll talk about a bit about what happened there, because that'll be fun. And we haven't played in a while, so it'll be good for me to get back into it and run a game for people. Also, I'm trying to think if there's anything else doings this weekend. I think it's a pretty quiet weekend otherwise. Will be great. Okay. Sorry, looking around, still making sure everything's going right before we start off. And also, it is. Do I still have... Does this button still work? No. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Thought I had a button to do stuff, but I took that away from me. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. But it is day 2 of my Affliateversary. So yay! It was yesterday. Well, why not just wrap it all into one thing? And that's what we're doing. So, and today is also Tech Friday. Yay! All right. Hello, Puddleglum. Hello, JD Lady. Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it. Oh no, internet went out right as notification happened. So, first thing we got to talk about is Amazon did a big hardware event. And we should talk about the gadgets they mentioned. Rex, hello, welcome on in. So this is the Wired story. Let me copy that. And here is one from Engadget. Oops. Oh no. I clicked something wrong. There we go. And it was the one on Engadget I wanted to look at first. There we go. All right. So Over to the demo window. Oops, wrong. What's going on? Why are these wrong? Hold on. Something happened. Oh, I know why. I was being silly and did a thing. What am I thinking of? There we go. All right, I'll get it. Need to hide? Nope, not hide that. Hide that. There we go. That'll look better. Okay, so reset, start again. First up, Amazon had a hardware announcement today. Or not today, but during the week. So let's talk about those. Engadget article. Bam, bam, bam. Right there. There we go. And just going through here, and we'll talk about what's neat regarding the tech and what hope to see in other products. You know, hopefully it drives competition for other companies to innovate on their things. And we'll just go in the order presented here. The Echo speakers, which did need a refresh. These are smaller and, of course, better sound. I mean, it's a new version, so of course they're going to say, hey, these are better. But the Echo Studio is down to 60% of the size of the last version. So that's kind of cool. Made it smaller. I say it's pretty powerful. So yay. Yes, there was Alexa Plus things, but we don't care about any of that. So we're just skipping over all that. Echo Show came up. Smart displays. I do like the idea of smart displays like this. I think they look kind of cool. Things like that. And the Echo Show Smart Home Hub supports Zigbee, Matter, and Thread. So very versatile. And there are also other products kind of like this. And hopefully those other companies, you know, take a note and go, oh yeah, these screens look pretty good. We should have integrations like that, right? And one of the larger announcements, the Kindle Scribe Color Soft. So you can write, mark up in color compared to other e-readers that have come out recently that are also color, and you can use them as a writing tablet. This does something a little different with the color. So it's not quite the same color you get on the Kindle Color thing that came out, the Kindle Color Soft. This is a little different because they're using the same kind of ink technology. They're also using a some sort of LED tech in there as well, and it does give you a little more vibrant color. E-ink colors still aren't where I would like them to be for me to get or even consider getting an e-ink color device from any manufacturer, but this is an improvement on the colors. You can see it's looking pretty good here. So yeah, they're doing a little bit of hardware trickery to boost the color, but they do come out better. So that's amazing. And if you just want a regular Kindle Scribe, that's got a refresh too. Fire TV, use those. There's a new streaming stick, the Fire TV 4K Select. Supports all that stuff. And not sure what this looks like or anything, but Amazon set to bring its Vega operating system to Fire TV. And so that's what they announced. And I don't think there's many reviews of what this is like yet. So if it's a better experience than, say, an Apple TV or a any of those other type of devices, Roku, such like that, unknown. Blink, I do like Blink devices, the cameras, and they have 2K video now. But the device I find the most interesting is this one in the middle, which has two cameras, and it will stitch the video together for a 180-degree view. So this is perfect for a corner, or where you just need a larger view than what the one lens can give you. 2K, I don't know how important the image being in 2K would be for security cam, but hey, why not? I think this is probably, out of all these announcements, this is the one I like the best. There's shuttle in there. It seems like such an easy idea. Here it is, giving you a great view. What you need to do. Ring, I don't use Ring devices, so I really can't speak on them too much. But they do have, again, Ring also has 2K visuals. And the AI features, yeah, they're there. We'll go over them. And another thing, I just like this. I'm not sure why, but a smart remote for $20 for Echo devices, and you can customize the smart dimmer switch and remote. There are 4 buttons. You can map individual actions, and it's just a remote you can use with your Echo. Even though you're just supposed to talk with your Echo, you can also press buttons and have it do things for you. And I don't know why this delights me so much, but it does. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty neat. So if there's anything you liked about those announcements, let me know. Or if there's any bit of the tech in these you hope comes to other devices, we can also talk about that as well. Oh, I gotta change over my other thing. There we go. All right, sorry, I had to hit a button somewhere else to make another thing work that you may or may not be looking at. So yeah, that is all the big stuff from the Amazon event. And let's get into Game Pass, as Microsoft has increased the price of Game Pass Ultimate up to $30 a month. And as this headline points out from Engadget, it's more than twice the cost of PS Plus Premium over a year. If you want to see this article, here's the URL. So all the prices have been raised. So Game Pass Ultimate now costs $30 a month, 50% more than the previous 20% per month. No longer an annual or quarterly option available. If there was before, there just isn't. And as this points out here, the price of Game Pass Ultimate membership has nearly doubled in 15 months. And here's the breakdown of the price. Latest change means that at $360 per year, Game Pass Ultimate is now more than twice as expensive as PlayStation Plus Premium, which is currently $160 on an annual plan. So Game Pass really isn't quite the deal it used to be anymore. Price increase for the Xbox Series XS consoles. PC Game Pass is going up from $12 to $16.50. They claim that they are adding more titles and things like that to the subscription. So if that continues to be worth it to you, then by all means. I'm not gonna, if you like those games and are eager for them, by all means, do the thing you want to do. But that's a big price increase. And apparently the Xbox Game Pass subscription to cancel was overloaded at one point. And the premium and essential plans now include PC games. The premium runs you $15, essential is still $10, so that's all right. So yeah, if you are into the Game Pass, just be aware, price increase coming soon, and it may not be worth the increase to you anymore. So look at what they have offered. Go check out the article. It breaks down the games and everything. Were you there? So yeah. All right. So from that, let's get into something a little happier. Yeah, let's talk about this now. Obsidian. This is if you're on the Catalyst list. So if you paid the one-time fee of $25. Oh, let me increase the window size here. So there's a one-time fee of Obsidian that you can pay in order to get into to have all their betas and everything. And they included something new in the most recent one. Where is it? Is the listing not here? Yes, here it is. They have a new Maps plugin. And this is an official open source plugin, so you have to go to the plugin manager and download it. But it allows you to do neat things such as upload a map into your Obsidian Vault and place markers. And you could also do this for, say, your TTRPG, or if you want to keep track of frozen water for your neighbors. You know, you can put in latitude and longitude, pull in a map, make your markers for your game, or places where people can find frozen water. And you get all sorts of icons to use with it as well if you want to change up your pins. I haven't downloaded it yet to try this out because I'm working on couple other vaults I want to release and Obsidian projects I want to release to everybody. So as that comes out, and then when it comes to Obsidian, the regular Obsidian, which again, Obsidian is free for personal and commercial use, I'll definitely talk about it and go over all the features that have been set in stone since this beta period. So I was really excited to see this because I'm thinking of using more maps in my TTRPGs, and I stopped subscriptions to a number of things, and just money basically. But one of those was Legend Keeper, which is one of my favorite TTRPG organizing web solutions. And one thing I was going to miss would be their ability to have maps and put pins on it. Well, now that ability is in the core of Obsidian. Now you could do this before. There's a plugin that was designed with TTRPGs in mind to do this called Leaflet. So you could also use that and do the same thing, but this update brings it so that it's just part of the main program you can download and install, which I think is fantastic. Plus, it goes right into my building more hex maps and everything. Happy 2-day-versary. Thanks, Brian. Welcome on in. Leaflet was a bit finicky in your experience. Good to know. Yeah, I did see some things that Leaflet wasn't being kept up or wasn't working as well as it used to be. It could be that Obsidian went to this developer and said, hey, we're doing this thing, you should know. And they're like, oh, well, this will still be here if people want it, but man. So the Obsidian TTRPG community, that as it exists in the Obsidian Discord, the main people who make those plugins are still working out how to expand their offerings with using databases and things like that. So we're kind of in a period of adjustment. And like I mentioned the other day, if you want fancy Obsidian vaults to keep track of all your characters and everything, by all means, go check out one of those plugins. They are fantastic. They're not, however, for me, and I've gone through my minimalist setup plenty of times at this point. And eventually, I'll get it out there for all of you as well. Because Obsidian's fantastic. And I just like that it's free for commercial use. Honestly, that was the biggest thing when I was looking at programs. I kind of had the idea I wanted to use Markdown. I wanted to start using Markdown for things. And as looking through the various Markdown programs, Obsidian happened to make the announcement that, hey, we're now free for personal and commercial use. If you want to support us, we still have our commercial license available, and you can purchase that and support us that way if you want. But if you want to use Obsidian for any projects, that's now free for both personal and commercial. I'm like, fantastic. I think you're looking better than these other things that I can use Markdown for. So that was one of the big reasons I've stuck with Obsidian for now, is that, yeah, I can use it for whatever, and it's been a really good tool. And also, I get to keep my notes on my hard drive as separate files, and if Obsidian goes away, I can still open those files in any text editor, which is also a huge bonus. All right, another thing I want to talk about is Meld, and I'm going to link to a YouTube video because I think this shows it off pretty well. Meld has added multi-track recording, and it looks good. It's well designed, well put together. You can assign what tracks, go into your recording, and all that fancy stuff you can do in OBS now comes to Meld, but it looks better. It's a lot more interactive, and if you want to find out how to do that, copy that link to the video and save it for after the stream. And take a look. They just added that this week. Which is awesome. Again, I still recommend OBS if you are getting into streaming. Just learn OBS. However, Meld is a great alternative. And it's really added some great features, and it keeps coming up on my feed, and it keeps getting better with each update. So really looking forward to seeing what Meld continues to do in the future. And you have two really good options for streaming. Again, I still think OBS has the edge here. So please keep using OBS if you stream or know anyone interested in streaming. Take the time to learn OBS. It's well worth it. All right, another thing we need to talk about is Affinity, makers of the things many people abandoned Adobe for, has stopped selling their software. There's might still be a way to download it, but it's no longer available for sale because they made an announcement that coming October 30th, there's going to be big changes. What those changes are, we don't know. No idea. Now then, some people are already like, oh, this could mean AI, this could mean, something bad, because classically we see companies make bad decisions with software they acquire and release. But overall, no one knows, really, except for, what is going on? Sorry, my PC just... Go away. There was some Windows announcement thingy that popped up that I just didn't need to see right then. So yeah, we're hoping it might be something good. Making big changes. You can't buy the software. But you can sign up to be the first to know whatever this means for Affinity, which is now owned by Canva. And they don't want to confuse between versions. Existing customers keep full access to their apps. It only affects new purchases and trials, which awesome. So does it mean AI? Does it mean some sort of subscription model? Does it mean it's going to be completely free, or there's a completely free and usable version? Does it mean some combination of those things? No idea. We're hoping for the best. But it's hard not to look at the same thing and say, yeah, we've seen these kind of things before, and we're really nervous about it. So we wait until October 30th, and then once that comes out, we'll talk about it here, of course, and what that means. It'd be wonderful if they dropped some hint about what it means instead of this weird suspense that nobody knows. It'd be great, especially because I'm looking at, other tools to use that would do Adobe like things. And I was looking at Affinity, but now I can't get Affinity. But then they might be the thing because whatever they're announcing October 30th might be amazing or might not. And I know there's already people lining up to be in the, oh, see, it's bad, I told you so area. And I'm like, okay, sure, you do you. It very well could be. And that's great if you predicted it beforehand. Yeah. And something I wanted to talk about, sort of ancillary to everything we're talking about, is maps, because I saw an article and talked a bit about maps recently within the last couple weeks on Tech Friday. TTRPG maps specifically. And I did see a thing where Apple is removing a certain tracking app on the request of the DOJ. And so I'm like, I still, if I wanted to know the location of frozen water, what could I do? If this app is gone from Apple. And did you know you can put pins in a Google map and share that map with other people? You can. It's possible. It's something you can Google. It's amazing. And Obsidian now has a maps feature, and you could put an image on a website, say, that you update every now and then, of places where frozen water might be occurring around you, especially as it's getting colder out and winter's coming, and people need to know these things. So yeah, it looked like the Apple app was a convenient thing, but can't get any more. There are still options. Let me get an article up. I just didn't have one ready. Tells Apple to. Walls at my age are a danger to long-term quality of life, right? Same. And let me just find a good article here. All right, here's the article on Axios. It's just the one I found on quick search. Just so you know that it is indeed happening. And there are still options out there for you. So yeah, kind of a quick Tech Friday. Next week, oh boy, Elgato will have one announcement or at least one announcement every day. They could make more, they could be product lines, but Monday through Friday, Elgato is announcing something new. And yes, we're going to talk about it. And yes, we're going to see if there's a new Stream Deck that DC will spend his money on. I know it seems unlikely that I would get another Stream Deck. However, new things. Mini Tech Day every day? Yeah. I'll probably mention it every day what comes up each day I stream next week as well, and then do a big roundup of everything on Friday. But I'm looking forward to that because a lot of Techtober, right? A lot of this stuff that causes this stream to happen is Elgato things. Elgato and Rode seem to be getting more Rode stuff lately too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also, next week, speaking of which, let me pull up a post. Where is it? Where's the announcement post? Sorry, I'm looking for a very specific post. There it is. Aha. Next week is Zero Artificer Industries birthday and Affliateversary stream. There is all the details on that Blue Sky message, so go check it out. It'll be amazing. But yeah, go put that in your calendar and go say hi to Zero when it's time. Next Friday. And follow Zero or Catherine's streams for certain lists where you might be able to get things for Zero for his birthday next week. Check it out. Yeah, so not a whole lot of tech things this week. It's been a bit quiet. If you have anything you want to talk about, let me know. We got a little while before break yet. So anything we've already covered, if you want to speculate on what Affinity is doing, want to know more about what's in the Obsidian beta, or talk about the Amazon hardware event, by all means, put it in chat. Otherwise, it's been kind of a light week. Overall. More from the Obsidian beta, please? All right. So Willie will go back into the article on their GitHub. Or not the GitHub article. I don't want that. I want the changelog. There it is. Do, 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 do. Boop. All right. So they have a new toggle light dark mode command. So update your hotkeys. Now this is for the beta. This is not Obsidian right now. This is just if you're at the Catalyst. But these changes are coming to Obsidian. New features and improvements to bases. We have a group by to group your data by the given property, available in the sort menu, which is neat. What happens is, because I saw a video on this already, is that when you go to group by your base, so say you have a books database and it just has all of your books and you want it to group by the author. What happens is on that page now, that database is broken down by author. Like the little, whatever you put for the author tag will be up there. And then the list of books of that author that you put in your database will be below that. And it'll continue all the way down until it's out of entries. So that is a pretty cool view that you can take your bases and just have them all grouped. Display different groups on the same page as the base itself. And new list view lets you display files as bulleted lists and numbered lists, which is awesome. You can make bulleted and number lists in a note itself, but this allows you to display your files as these lists. And it's their trial run of a bases API, so people can design plugins around bases and get into it. Well, so I'm curious what the TTRPG community does with this now that they can play with it. Again, new table selection, full keyboard navigation, full list of hotkeys below. This will be cool. So you can write and type in Obsidian without having to pick up your mouse and go anywhere, which is great. It keeps you typing. I mean, it already was sort of like that, but this lets you go. This will apparently let you go between the different views and selections without having to take your hand off the keyboard. More copy-paste support, whatever that might mean. And a basic edit history. Improvements. I'm not sure what all of these will do, or what all of these will look like, but hey, more stuff. Reduce function for list. New HTML function for rendering custom HTML. New random. And I'm curious how this will work out. View will periodically refresh the results of file backlinks and other formulas that result in stale data. Kind of neat. Yeah, now you can here's some of those hotkey changes. Clicking the ribbon item with modifier keys opens the file in new tab or new split or new window, whichever you like. The change view command will now be renamed to switch view. And here's all the hotkeys just for regular tables. Control Command C, Control Command V, copy and paste the selected cells. Control A will select all cells in the current group, which is great. Again, you could use your mouse and drag everything, but now you can just do it with hotkeys Control space for a column, shift space for a row. Enter to focus on the current cell. Can toggle the checkbox. Yeah, everything you can do now on your keyboard. Just, again, fantastic. And then everything else they did. When closing a tab, the tab to the right is activated. Previously, the tab to the left would get activated. So as you open tabs in Obsidian, they will open to the right, or you can set them to open to the right. And before, the behavior was if you close a tab, the left one would come up, but now the one to the right will come up, which makes a little more sense to my brain. File Explorer changes. Again, excellent. List properties now allow duplicate values. Yay. And indent and unindent commands now available on desktop. And if you're in reading mode, no text selected, Control or Command C will now copy the full note source to the clipboard. And then if you're a developer, there's things for you there that if you understand them, awesome, let me know. I don't know what that means, but yeah, so quite a few things coming up for Obsidian. Again, I'm really excited about maps. That is a feature I was really missing as I was moving my TTRPG stuff to Obsidian. There really wasn't maps built in except for the leaflet plugin. Yeah, you're welcome, Rex. No problem. And now that's a core feature. Yay. I like it, and I didn't use leaflet because I had been seeing, notes that, well, this isn't working quite as expected. And I kept seeing things like that, so I kind of held off on leaflet. I'm like, okay, maybe there's an update coming, and my guess is that Obsidian kind of gave a heads up that they're doing this maps feature, or maybe they were even consulted on this maps feature. But again, that's just a guess. So yeah, I'm excited to see that there will be something in Obsidian that's just part of the core, so it's always going to be supported as long as Obsidian exists. And I can put my hex map in there, put pins on it, and then when I hover over it, I'm like, okay, this is, here's the facts about this place that I want people to see, or just for me in my own vault. Like, oh, what's this supposed to be again? I know I put this symbol here, but what exactly are the details of it? I can just put a little pin that relates to a note I made about the location. And be like, oh yeah, players, here's what I want to tell you about this thing. Because sometimes I forget. That's why I make notes. Like, okay, oh, there's a cave here. We want to go to the cave. Right, that cave. That cave. Yeah, you totally. It takes a few days to go to. It's there's no bandits along the way. It's clear sailing to the cave. And once you get there, there's some moss that is brightly colored, and it continues down through the cave. And you hear weird echoes, and I just start layering things in, and hoping by the time I get to an end point in the cave that these things will actually mean something. So it's delightful. But my main process is they'll say they want to do something I haven't planned. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And I'll describe the journey. And as I'm describing the journey or asking for preparations in my mind, I'm trying to dig up things that I would put into a cave or into this environment they're going to. And so it's a stall technique. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's a stall technique by me, by having them describe things and letting them know what to do and talking about the journey going there, things like that. It's just me trying to rapid fire stuff that happens in this location. Somehow it works out, but you know. Making players describe a thing is the best method for temporary brain fart ever. Yeah, it is. Oh, holy cow. Sorry, an ad decided to play in a tab, and that scared me. It just played on its own, and I'm like, yeah. So, I need a moment. I don't think that came through for any of you, but my speakers were suddenly blasting an ad, and I had no idea what was happening. Because audio you aren't expecting can be worrisome, or creepy, or just weird. And that's where my brain goes initially, before it goes, oh wait, this is an ad. It's like, what was that? Do I need to panic? No, it's an ad. Okay. PC, I'm looking for an NPC DM. Great. What is their name, origin, and profession? Look of betrayal you got for doing that. Yeah, I should really get some of those lists of names and just make that available. So I'm calling this NPC this, and they might be named something else later, but right now we're calling them this because they're the shopkeeper you're maybe visiting this once. And if you come back to them, they might sound and look different. I don't know. But right? And when I come back from break, I do want to talk a little more about TTRPGs and note taking and things like that, because I had a couple of points around there I wanted to make. Like, why am I making all this Obsidian stuff for me and for you, and get into some of that reasoning why I do that. Polymorph spell. What can I say? Some casters are jerks. What do you need? Exactly. Right? Polymorph gets complicated. Changing your form into another animal is more to keep track of. But yeah, we can talk about some of that 2 when we get back, but it's close enough to break time to go into break. So when we come back, if you want to talk anything tech, if you have any questions for me, again, I've produced a lot of TTRPG actual plays, and I produce a stream 5 days, 5 days out of the week. Come on by, put those in chat. If you want to talk TTRPG stuff, that's fine too. And otherwise, we'll get into the relax mode and just go through the random things that I find interesting. All right, about 5 minutes. I'm going to run some ads to keep the pre-rolls away, because we're a couple minutes from pre-rolls starting, so we'll just run the ads, keep them away for longer, and be back in 5 minutes. See you then. Hello, welcome on back. Thanks for sticking around through the break, everybody. Glad to see you. Hope your Fridays are going well, or you're looking forward to a weekend soon. There was one thing I did want to mention with OBS. There was a new version released the other week, and I think this bears repeating. With OBS 32, they changed the way plugins work to make room for a plugin manager and make it easier for the end user to manage plugins and get updates and things like that. However, some plugins may have broken, and it'll be up to the plugin developer to change that. So if there is a plugin you're using and it's just not working, contact the plugin developer. There's usually a way to do that through the OBS forums or through their GitHub, and let them know. See if they're still interested in developing it and making the changes to it so it works with the new things. I only had one of my plugins I had to update, and luckily the update was already there. So some plugins will be just fine, and some will definitely need an update. But OBS should now tell you that as well. Like, hey, this plugin needs an update, so go grab it. Eventually, it will be that you can manage all your plugins right from the OBS app itself, and not have to go to the website, download the file, and then put it on your system. But right now, it's just kind of a default manager where you can turn off plugins that may not be working for you or you don't need. And it's really handy. And so it's something OBS is continuing to develop. But just be aware that if something's broken and it's a plugin, you have to talk to the plugin developer. All right, and I was going to talk about TTRPGs and why I'm doing all this, and part of the reason that, one, better record keeping on my end, but two, is that so there is some text, there is some sort of record, like I can print these out, right, of the play that we've done, because a lot of that just gets lost. And I remember seeing Dr. Emily talk about this a couple of years ago, about how there are so much of actual play is just lost because there's no written record of it. And so this is sort of an attempt to keep track of these stories, these games, and not lose them for my actual plays and my home games and the games I play in. And speaking of Dr. Emily, there's our blue sky. And yeah, just doing something to have records of these things that other people can look at, that if the video goes away, there's still a text document somewhere indicating the things that were done. Because these are stories we're telling and also losing in a sense. And so to kind of preserve that, even if it only preserves it for friends or a few people, it's well worth it to me. Not everyone's going to be interested in that. That's fine. But there's a record of these things existed. And we told these stories, and people can look at it, and maybe that influences their own stories in some way. So that's one of the ideas, other than just using Markdown to preserve the ideas. And yeah, a lot of it's just record keeping and being able to enhance stories and keep telling stories with friends, so we don't lose them. And real quick on that front, since I did play in game last night, now this is the latest Phandelver campaign, so if you're playing Phandelver, you might get a little spoiled on a couple things going on here. But let me hide that. However, I kind of want to show you my notes now filled out. And let me just... real quick, we'll go through that. So, this is my Obsidian Vault for just me as a player. The recap, we were around Cragmaw Castle when fighting. Plot notes, as you can see, it's just a quick list of stuff to try to help what we were doing. Items discovered, found a bunch of things. Like Mystery Potion, we found out that was a potion of climbing, so I put a link to the D&B Beyond source. For my own reference, NPCs met a king. We don't have the king's name beyond he's a king. Varith, possibly Varys. I wasn't quite sure what was being said. We were playing over Discord. And the monsters we handled. And I got to think of if I have any questions for next session. Have a note. But yeah, as you can see, just quick outline stuff to keep things in mind. And this is, for me, this is a lot nicer looking than the notes page that D&D Beyond provides, which is really handy if you're out and about and just need a note. But that is quickly, as we've been playing this game, this campaign for a little bit now, and that's quickly becoming kind of a bit of a disorganized mess. I don't really have any, there's no way to tag anything or have links to things. And so doing this will help keep me up to speed when we play again in a couple weeks. And I can go, oh yeah, we did these things, and it's a bit of a refresher. I also kind of do the outline note thing, just real quick notes, because I still have to pay attention to the game at the same time, right? And so maybe while the DM's on another player, I can, describe it. Lady Luck, happy Affiliateversary, thank you! Thanks for coming on in, good to see you. How's the ink pen life going? Planner stuff? I'm curious and nosy. Hopefully you got to ride your bike a few days this week. Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it. We're in the relax mode of the Tech Friday, so kind of have everything, all topics open. Got 2 pens re-inked yesterday. Weather has been good enough to motorcycle bit. Yay! That's great. We talked about the Amazon announcement, the new Obsidian beta, Talk about whatever Affinity might be announcing October 30th to do with their programs, because nobody knows. And there's some worry about what they're going to announce, which is based on history of companies, is justified, but we still don't know. So healthy skepticism, I suppose. And we talked about maps for frozen water. And now that a app is going away from Apple to help with that, that there's some other options to help find frozen water in your community. Let's see here. What is announcement? Double checking. All right, double checking an announcement. Okay. Making sure it wasn't anything needed to talk about suddenly. But yeah, I'll put on some music. And floor is open as I look around for articles of various things. About my day is going pretty good. Gotta finish planning out my session for D&D tomorrow. Let's see, what else am I doing? I'm ordering food from one of my favorite places tonight. So yay. Looking forward to that. Oh, which I got to do in a few minutes, so it gets here when I need to eat. Food is good, and good food is even better. Yeah. There's a place near me that does excellent hibachi, and I don't know if I want that much food, but they also have pretty good pot stickers, and they do hamburgers, and can get catfish, and there's a couple different kinds of fish, shrimp as well. Oh, and they have fried okra, which is amazing. All right. Talked about this microphone a while ago, but here's someone's review on it from Tech Radar. Boya's unique 4-in-1 wireless mic. So it has two wireless mics inside. Mic you can use as a handheld and use for various things. But hey, now we have a review of it that was put up earlier today. So if you're interested in a wireless mic and you also want a good sounding mic for you, and then two wireless mics you can just pin to your lapel and your friend's lapel, this seemed like a pretty good option. It sounded pretty good in the YouTube videos I was watching that reviewed it as well. And it looked like a good choice. And then last week, I think I mentioned this last week. The Rode Wireless Micro 2-pack is down to $99. So both the USB-C version and the Lightning version. That link there is the USB-C version, should come up right away. But yeah, so if you want the Lightning version, you can get it, but it's only $99. That's down from $150. Tempted by that. If phone was C, I'd definitely grab it. Yeah. Yeah, so USB-C and Lightning versions of the wireless micro exist if you need Lightning instead of USB-C. But I also really liked the Boya Magic mic, which is an excellent name. Again, company, fantastic job naming your thing the Magic Mic. Just applause. So right now, if you're looking for wireless mics, those are probably my favorite options. With keeping price in mind and everything, there are more expensive mics from Rode, which are neat, but the Boya Magic mic is around $85, and let's see here. It says prices start at $93, so depending where you go. But yeah, right now on Amazon you can get it for $85. And there is also a Lightning version there's even a package you can get Type-C and Lightning, or if you just need Type-C, you can do that. As well. So out of good sounding portable mics, those two, again, price in mind, because there are fancier ones that sound great, but I think you will be doing really well with either of those. The Boya Magic mic or the Rode Wireless Micro. Let's see. And again, I was going to get into something else, but then I remembered, if you have a wireless mic and it has a clip or a magnet, use the clip or magnet. Don't do this. Don't be doing this. No. Clip. Use the clip. That's what it's there for. All right. What is this? I just bought this spatula, right? Like when I clipped mine on a pen, and then I could wave it around when I talked. Yeah. Really, what I need is a wand? Exactly. And you can get mics that look like wands and, hold them up, and they're designed to be held. can even get wireless mics that are designed to be held. But these have clips. Use the clip. Okay, this is kind of a wrap-up of a bunch of 5e games, and there's one, or third-party 5th edition things. But there's one on here that sounds amazing, which is called High Stakes Duck Hunting. Your party is hurled into a chaotic battle for the soul of the wetlands. From the bruised banks of a lawless trading post to the feathered militias of the rookery, you must unravel the fate of a missing agent, confront a demonic cabal, and brave the waterways of a haunted marsh. And the only way forward is by duck. And yeah, I'll let you read the rest of the description, but this sounds delightful. All right, here's the thing. New Holland Brewing is bringing back fan favorite Dungeons and Dragons themes alcoholic drinks with a special dice tower set. They'll release a new batch of D20 Brew and Mead Cask Bourbon, going on sale in November. Both beers were originally released last year, sold out quickly. The D20 Brew is a bourbon barrel-aged stout. The Mead Cask Bourbon is a bourbon finished in mead cask. But new this year is a D20 Dice Tower set. A collectible package that includes a bottle of D20 Brew with a dice tower and special edition dice. They go on sale nationwide November 8th. And the D20 Dice Tower and Mead Cask Bourbon gift set go on sale online starting on November 17th. Well, you know, drink something. Get a dice tower. Enable your chat. Let's see here. Oh, the new Unearthed Arcana is out. And it covers scions. So if you're interested in that, here's the link to it. It's an article of designer insights, and then you can download the PDF, and then the survey will be available on October 9th to give your opinion and and change the future of the Scions. Let's see. All right, don't see anything there. Just looking at TTRPG articles, seeing if anything catches my eye. Nah, nothing there. Oh, there is a... When did this... Okay, cool. This was today. RPG Star Trek Adventures. Discover strange new worlds with new exploration guide. So this is titled The Exploration Guide. And if you're interested in Star Trek Adventures, or you just want a resource for things Star Trek, here you go. Check out that article there, over on Bells of Lost Souls. I'll have all the links for you. All right, let me see. Oh, I gotta check a thing real quick. So if you have anything you want to talk about, please do it. I need to... do a thing. So while I'm doing a thing, how y'all doing? Because if I don't do a thing now, I will forget. Gotta order the food after all. Could get wings. I don't know if I really want wings though. What should I get? I said there's a bunch of hibachi, steak, shrimp, chicken, vegetable, hamburgers, Philly sandwiches, fried rice. Maybe. maybe I will get hibachi. Looking pretty good. Gotta make sure I got everything. Oh, nope, gotta make a change. Two. Lurk over, yay! Hibachi does sound good, right? Oh, this is what I wanted. Okay. Order this. There we go. Do the thing. And yay! Alright, food is ordered and ready. Oh boy. Alrighty. Yay, they confirmed my order. Yippee. That way, food will get here, and I'll be able to enjoy it and not worry about my blood sugar bottoming out. Yay! Always a good time. Sorry, I'm clicking around things right now. Alright, what else we got today? Again, I hope to have Obsidian Vault up in the next couple weeks for everybody, for TTRPG things. Wonderful. I'm wondering if I should put it on GitHub. I've never done that before. But that might be a thing. I mean, I could try it, see how it goes. Then that way I don't have to worry about it being in my Google Drive, and it's just on the internets for people's. Oh, you know what? I was looking at... Now I'm getting into planners again. I know I already got a planner, but there was one where I'm like, will this fit my needs even better? Oh, hold on, let me save myself a link. Just gotta get to the right place for it. So this planner by Hemlock and Oak. Planner game be dangerous, yeah. right there. Has some useful views. It does have like month overview and then month review, which I'm like, you know, those might be handy. And then there's a year-end review and look ahead option. But it also does the horizontal weekly thing that I look forward to. Let's see here. I can put this in a website. Where's the browser? There it is. And yeah, so this thing, hardcover, cloth flex, and paper flex. I'm not quite sure what cloth flex and paper flex is, or if they'd be any better. Horizontal weekly is more my style than vertical. Yeah. Oh, go away. But it's in pre-order now. And just make embiggen the pictures here. So there's this view, which is often handy just to have it. It's not my primary view that I use, but sometimes birthdays and things will go in on a view like this. And it has the holidays, which for Canada and US, okay. And then this January overview seemed interesting. And something I like about it, opposed to like a bullet journal, which seems like a lot of work. You know, it's a lot quicker than that, and there's more space to write what you need or ignore completely. Then here's the month in review. So there's my understanding of these is there's the month ahead, the calendar pages, and then the month review. And then you get a year-end review. But yeah, here's what I like. These are all uniform sizes on a page. I can write in what I need. Horizontal. And then I have this free page over here for whatever. And also, New Year Day, the moon cycle. Of it. So yeah. I was thinking about this, and I don't know if I will actually try to get it, but it's there. See here, cloth flex. I don't know what cloth flex means though. Teal cloth made from FSC certified. Okay, those are marketing words. There's a word. Paper flex. I don't know if I'd like paper flex. Or maybe I would like paper flex, not cloth flex. I just don't know what those I don't know what those mean. More marketing terms. Classic 120 GSM paper, nice. 224 pages. All these, the specifics. Lay flat binding, always good. Measurement, that's pretty good size. And then, you know, whatever these terms might mean. No idea. Meaningless. When you display a term without really defining it, it doesn't really mean anything to anybody. It's 0-calorie words. All right. Close that window. What time we got? Oh, we got a little time yet. Now I'm looking at jet pens because I saw the jet pens stationary video yesterday, but they tend to put out one new video a week thereabout, so. Oh, those planners stocked this week. Okay. Oh, hey, there is. Ooh. I mean, that's what I have for this year. Not that I've been great at using it this year, but might consider the one I shared. Like the monthly page, do sort of a recurring project most months. Awesome. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the journal, and this is really just a me thing, but Saturday and Sunday are just in one space. They're not, I want them this size. I want them the same size for every day. Because then when I have stuff on Saturday and Sunday, it feels more cramped. And I just don't like that. So that was my only downside for this. Still horizontal, like I like, and I've, you know, plenty of space to write what I need. Then I still gotta transfer birthdays to my new planner, but new planner, filling out new planner is, you know, a couple months from now. That's the December version. Have the weekly version that puts your days all on the left and then blank on the right. Also has half spaces shared for Saturday and Sunday, which works for you. Yay, glad it works for you. Looking at the lecture journal for the future. Once you clear out some blank notebooks, right? Yeah, I'm not getting a new journal because I haven't filled out this journal yet. So this is just going to keep filling out no matter how many years it takes for me to write in it. I'm not going to... There's a lot of paper left in here. I haven't written... Oh, hey, we have kitty time. Come here. Come on. Come here, kitty. Hannah. Yo, come here. Hannah, don't go away. Kitty. Yeah, come here. Come back. Come on. People would like to see you. Come here. Come here. There. Alright. Alright. Now we're gonna pick you up. Gonna pick you up. Here's Hannah as my kitty. JD lady says hi. She had the zoomies earlier today. Oh, okay. Letting you down. There you go. Alright, thanks for joining. Alright, oh, okay. You still want me to pet you, though. Huh. I'm gonna have to pick you up again, you know. I don't want to roll over your tail. Okay. There we go. Alright, so my weekend plan so far is having dinner, planning my D&D adventure for tomorrow, and watching bad movies on riff tracks. So that's in my future. Oh, she's all rubbing up against my legs and everything. Come here, come on. Hi. I still don't hear her come down to see me and come into the room. I either suddenly feel fur up against my leg, or she'll meow really loud and that'll freak me out because I'm not expecting it. But apparently it's time for me to pet the kitty. Oh, she just flopped over. We did this earlier. Oh, you want to do it again? Okay. She flops over and likes it and she'll put her back paw up, and then I kind of grab it in my hand, and she likes to be spun or flipped over. Or she flips over on her own, and then she'll start licking her front paws and, you know, do the kitty bath thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna hit your tail, am I? Okay. Oh, alright. The look I got when I stopped. Alright, let's see who else is on that we can send a raid over to. Ending on Kitty. Good times. Alright, let's go to... What am I doing? I don't know anymore. Yeah, thank you all for being here. Again, coming back with video games on Monday. It should be a normal week as far as streaming goes. Tech Friday, there will be a ton of Elgato things to talk about. Let's see here. Who is on? We can go... I haven't raided Fairbear in a while. We'll go over Raid Fair. Yeah. Thanks all for being here. Really appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions on any of the tech, you can find me on the internet, tclasair.com. You can email me there or message me on Blue Sky or, you know, on Discord. If you want to talk about any of that. So, let me start the raid. There we go. And have a great weekend. Please be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others. And I will see you all on Monday. Oh, and check out Urban Bohemian's stream tomorrow. And Stephen Joy's. And remember, Zero's stream on Friday for his Streamiversary. And birthday. Or, sorry, Affiliateversary and birthday. So yeah, do those things. Anyway, see y'all next week. Bye. Stay tuned for the raid.